First of all, Duncan, thanks very much for coming down, speaking to Melksham TV and having a chat with us.
You're welcome. Glad to support this new venture.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, very much appreciated. So one of the first things I'd like to talk to you about is Wiltshire Council's core strategy. It's sort of identified Melksham for business growth and more homes. Does this tie in with your vision of the future of Melksham?
Well, generally my response to the core strategy, which I submitted to the council a couple of weeks ago now, is keen that it should be about sustainably meeting the needs of the local community in Wiltshire. And if there are ways that we can reduce out-commuting and bring jobs closer to home, then I think that would be a good thing for my constituents.
Where do you see Melksham in the next 15 to 20 years then?
Well, I know right now people are very concerned about the economy and making sure there's jobs for people locally. Melksham traditionally has been very dependent on a small number of large employers, but as we've seen success for businesses in the industrial estate to the south of the town, then there's the opportunity to diversify too. And I think in terms of the security for employment for people locally, that's very advantageous. There will be high value, high quality jobs for people in Melksham in the future.
So are you suggesting that the town council take over car parks locally and run them from a local level? And if so, what are the implications or benefits of this?
Well, I think Wiltshire Council should be prepared to negotiate with town councils over that very proposition. It may be that all of the town councils work under the same contract with the same contractor to provide be it the ticketing or the enforcement facilities around the car parks in order to get value for money. But the policy, the revenue raised or indeed the revenue lost through making different policies, in my view, ought to be something that is decided and benefited from locally. That's where I'd like to see things go.
Looking back to the start of your campaign, the start of your term of office, and looking to where you are now into the future, do you think your priorities have changed or have they remained very much the same?
Well, my priority is to provide a good public service to my constituents, because that's an important part of an MP's job, and that's why I've had 70 constituency surgeries where people can come to me and present cases that I can follow up on their behalf and help speak up for them when the authorities aren't listening to them. And whether it's by people meeting me in person or the 4,000 or so inquiries from constituents that I've responded to or cases that I've pursued since I was elected, that's probably the single most impactful way in which I can serve my constituents, and no doubt people that are following this interview today. My top priority for Melksham from the day I was elected is the Trans-Wilts Rail campaign. We have the basic infrastructure here. We don't have an adequate service. I think it can make a big difference to the economy of Melksham and to the lives of people who live in and around Melksham, and therefore also to the environment and to issues like traffic congestion and pollution and climate change, if we could get a better rail service for our town. I want a rail company that's going to have the vision to take forward this project with the community. There's a lot of support for it, lots of willingness in the community to promote a better service and to help generate business for the rail operator, but we need their commitment to it. So it's very, very clear to me that this proposal isn't just an MP's pet project. It's something which is backed by the community, which a business has given a very clear message that it's what it wants to see for Melksham. Well, I'm looking forward to watching more interviews on Melksham TV. I'm really pleased that we have a vibrant, independent media in Melksham, and it really improves the value of news coverage in our community, and for it to now step forward into the world of television using the power of the internet is very exciting, and I wish you well.